Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Holy shit, it's been a while. Or it hasn't been a while, but it feels like weekend has been so long. How y'all been doing? So, shit has gone down. All right, shit has gone down in the world, and we are expecting some. I'm telling you guys, we're expecting some insane price action. So hold your horses and be ready because this week is gonna be insane in terms of price action. Hold on, what was it? I was gonna do something. Full port Nasdaq sells gold and oil buys. Yep. I can almost stand behind that. I don't know by full port, but I can almost stand behind that. All right, let me see. I was gonna do something. Insane gap on ADUSD. Okay, very interesting. If you're full porting, you're cooked. Not gonna lie, full porting is never a good idea. But all right, I'll wait till a few more people pull up here. We'll start the analysis. We'll go over the pre-week analysis real quick here. All right, so what should we start with, boys? What should we start with? Gold? All right, so first and foremost, let's start with gold. So, as you guys see, Iran has dropped, Iran has bombed U.S. bases, or targeting U.S. bases. U.S. has officially committed a war, not a war crime. They haven't committed a war crime, but an act of war, which is the U.S. have bombed nuclear facilities in Iran, which is fucking insane, guys. You guys don't understand. I think people just brush this shit off. You guys don't understand the weight of what have just happened. Obviously, you guys know Iran is a global superpower. What the U.S. is probably trying to do is overthrow the current Iranian leader, Khomeini, and they're trying to insert their own, a leader of Iran that supports U.S. global agendas, right? So right now, the U.S. have committed an act of war against Iran, which Iran will most likely respond to by bombing U.S. bases. So shit's about to go down. If you want to keep it short and sweet, shit's about to hit the fucking fan. Now, how is this going to affect gold? Gold will 100% more than likely start fucking ripping. Because when there's war tensions, people get scared. And when people are scared, they put their money in safe haven assets that appreciate over time and are not affected by global geopolitical issues. Now, gold is one of those things. Silver is one of those things. The US dollar, believe it or not, is one of those things because the US dollar is the official reserve currency of the world. So, DXY will pump, gold will pump. That's very clear. Now, the question is here, what will happen at market open? Well, I'm not sure, but more than likely gold will gap up. We'll see a gap up, meaning gold will open higher than it closed on Friday. And what will happen after that is you're more than likely first fill the gap. So I believe what will happen is you will fill that gap and you will see some not crazy pushes, but you will see a big push, right? Or you'll see a gap. You'll likely fill that gap, maybe fake out a bit, and then you will wait for some other shit to happen, and then you will push. So I don't think this is the push you're gonna see. I don't think tonight when market opens, I think that's the main push, as to say. I think it's just about to go down even further. I think it's just about to hit the fan even harder. Therefore, I believe gold is waiting for another catalyst to make that huge move that it wants to make and break all-time highs again. Because quite honestly, I do think we're going to tap all-time highs again. So what I'm expecting on gold is, again guys, I'm just going to tell you straight off the bat, buys. Try to get in as buys, but don't be a fool and don't buy as soon as market opens, because when the market opens, you're going to see a gap up, which means you're going to see a gap up like this. Boom, and price is going to open here. So don't be a fool and don't buy immediately as market open, because you're going to get a really bad entry price. But wait for the gap to get filled and then start buying very low. Once the gap gets filled and once you grab some liquidity, start buying, and then you're going to see something like this happen once you see that big catalyst that's bound to happen. Because again, right, you can see a gap up and then tomorrow they say, oh, Iran is not going to respond to attacks, or Iran has spoken with Donald Trump, they're going to make peace. Like, you never know, right? So therefore, what I would say is wait. Don't be a fool. Don't enter immediately. Everybody is hungry. Everybody's eager. Everybody is desperate. Everybody wants to make money. And the people that are like that are the ones that lose money. And we profit off of them. So let them buy. Let everybody, let price push. Let it make its initial push. Don't feel any FOMO. Wait for things to calm down and then wait for another catalyst. And that's when you buy. So that's what I would say, bro. But again, remember, guys, when there's war, you have to be extra careful, because it's very unpredictable. We have no idea. Because when we trade normally, we're like, oh, New York Open, we know when price is about, we know what price is about to do during New York Open. We know when New York opens, we know when London opens, we know when London closes, etc. But when there's no tensions like today, you have no idea. Something could happen in 2 minutes and boom, something can happen in 20 minutes and boom, nothing can happen at all, and you just see downfall. So you never know. Never try to predict the market, just react. What do you think? What do you think our big gold gap will be realistically? Well, I'll be honest, guys. I'm thinking like 100 pip gap. I'm thinking like 100 pip gap. Nothing too crazy. Around 100 pip gap is what I'm expecting, guys. People are saying, I saw somebody post on Twitter that price will like gap up to here and stuff like that. I'm like, no, probably like 100 pip gap. And then you see some slow movements during Asia. And then when Iran decides to respond, then you'll see the big push you were looking for. Can you do Euro USD? All right. What's your indicator? X ghost wickless candles. Let's see Euro USD. All right, there we go. Euro USD has opened very low. Price has gapped down, right? So what you're likely gonna see now when you gap down like this is you'll see price start to move up first, right? Fill this imbalance. So on Euro USD, listen, guys, I'm be completely honest with y'all. This is me talking from 5 years of trading experience. Do not try to trade gaps. There are certain strategies which capitalize on gaps. Do not try to trade gaps, as you will likely get faked out. Price is very unpredictable around gaps. So, well, what I would say for anybody trading Euro USD, wait till the gap gets filled, and then you can start looking at things to do. You can start looking at positions to take. But on gold, if I'm gonna let me mark my zones on gold first and foremost. So we have, let's see. We have this area right here, which is pretty strong. We have a decision area here at 3,407. Another strong decision area that we just tapped into. And some minor area right here. All right, so here's what I'm expecting on gold, boys. This is what I'm expecting on gold. I'm expecting a gap up, market open, then I'm expecting price, fill that gap, tap into this area, and then I would look for this area for buys right here. Boom. Right in this void right there. Right inside that void, I would look for buys on gold. So something like this. Right? Otherwise, just look for buys on closures above 3,379 to fill the range up. Every single time you close above that area, you fill the range up at least to this area right here. Boom. So look for us to fill the range above 3,379 to 3,095, which is a big, big range. It's like a 150 pip range. So that's what I would look for, boys. Buys from 362 or buys on closures above 3,379. Closures does not mean gap. So if you gap up and you close and you gap up to here, that's not a closure. All right. First, wait for the gap to get filled before doing anything else. $10 to $20 gap up, I expect. Yeah. But that's what I'm expecting, boys. Expecting the DXY to be heavily bullish as well as soon as market open. But we got market open here, or gold open here in 45 minutes. So we'll see what it does. I'm personally going to try to stay off the charts for this Asia session. I'm not going to trade Asia session because I do think the charts are going to be very unpredictable this Asia session. Therefore, I'm going to wait for price to do its thing. And then for New York tomorrow, I'm going to react. Hopefully, when I wake up, we haven't pushed all-time highs. But it can definitely happen. Does anybody else have any questions or any pair you want me to analyze? By the way, we're still running the 20 for 20, so you can get a 20K account for $20 at Next Level Funded. So remember, get a Next Level Funded account, boys. Prices will increase in around 7 days, so you have until then to get yourself a cheap funded account. Oil, all right. Oh, look at that oil position, guys. Remember? Hey, yo, who remembers this oil position? Yo, no way with TP on that. Guys, remember when somebody told me to analyze oil? I was like, let's see. I don't trade oil, but let me put a test position to see in case we traded oil, what would we do? Beautiful. Beautiful. Full TP hit, guys. Fucking hell. There you go. Can you explain the rule of 20K account for passing? It's the same as any other rule. The only difference is you have a 20% consistency rule, which means that one trade cannot be more than 20% of your total profit. So let's say you have a profit of 10K. If you have a profit of 10K, then one trade cannot equal more than $2,000 profit. So very simple. I took it, good fucking shit. Anyways, boys, oil. Look at my oil zones. Look at my zones on oil, chat. Oh my days, bro. Boom, boom. All right, oil. Again, heavily bullish on oil. Expecting some sort of gap up. The same thing as gold. I do see oil grabbing liquidity towards these areas, though. I could see oil do something like this, chat. Come down, grab liquidity at 71.573, around that area. And then push after that. So something like this, I'm expecting an oil. It already filled this gap right here, which is where we took the buys. So already filled this gap. No other gaps in sight. This gap has been filled as well. So the only real thing we have is a liquidity grab down to that area. Let's see, we have pretty strong area right there. Yeah, boys, that's what I'm expecting oil. Literally as simple as that. I don't really have anything else to tell y'all except buys above this area as well. So buys above 74.129 and a retest to fill the range up to here. Bart on XAUUSD. There's a 4 inverse trial gap. I thought there would be a good entry. What do you think about that? I mean, yeah, it's a good entry. I would say that's a good entry, bro. I hope you mean for buys, but yeah, I definitely say that's a good entry. Definitely. I changed $50 to 50K under 6 months. Good fucking shit, bro. All right, boys. But that's my analysis on gold, at least, so y'all know. I'm about to head off here very soon. Just wanted to do a quick pre-market analysis, tell you guys what I'm expecting to happen. If you guys want me to analyze any other pair before I go, let me know right now. Otherwise, I'll head off because it's literally almost 12 here, so it's very late. And then I'll jump on a live stream tomorrow on my YouTube channel. Catch me there. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. That was my quick pre-week analysis on gold and EURUSD and oil as well. That's what I'm expecting to happen with the war. How I'm expecting the markets to react. We'll see as time goes on during the week what happens. But yeah, catch me live streaming tomorrow, trading during New York session on Bard 1183 on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Thursday for another Next Level Funded stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you boys whenever I see you boys. All right. Take care, everybody. Trade safe. Don't over risk. Remember, gold buys. Peace out.